Hello again. This is Atlas Leaf, also known as Doc, and we're continuing a Let's Play of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is Chapter 21. We just defeated Volvagia, the boss of the Fire Temple. And what an epic fight it was. Now, I think it's time for us to find out what to do next. And of course, Navi is right here to help us on our way. An Arctic wind is blowing from Zora's river. Do you feel it? Ah, very exciting. Let's also talk to Sarah. Atlas, this is Sarah. Can you hear me? At first, I didn't want to become the Sage of the Forest, but I'm glad now, because I'm helping you to save Hyrule, Atlas. Yes, I am. So we know an Arctic wind now is blowing from Zora River. But before we head off to Zora's River, I think it's time that we started using our new hammer. I quit. If you let me go, I'll sell you some bombs. 5 pieces for 40 rubies. I think that's actually, not a terrible deal, but I think Goron City is much better and that's a bit closer. 30 pieces for 70 rubies. I think I'm still pretty full on those. Deku Nuts, 5 pieces, 20 rubies. Always good to have an extra stock of those. There's Goron City, which I'm going to visit in just a moment. Now that we have the hammer, a lot of those places blocked by boulders we can finally access. Oh, that's not the right song. I am the Great Fairy of Wisdom, going to enhance your magic power. Receive it now. Magic meter is enhanced. Your magic power has been enhanced, now you have twice as much magic power. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. That is certainly a great upgrade. That's going to make it much easier for us to progress through as we continue on our way to save Hyrule. Now, there's a piece of heart we can see on top of one of the cinder cones, but I don't think we can currently reach that. We'll have to find another way to do so. But there is one over here that we could see from the entrance to the temple itself. What I really like about Death Mountain Crater and the Fire Temple, and I mentioned within the temple as well, is we have these 2 cinder cones that dominate Death Mountain Crater, and Fire Temple itself has 2 halves, each half reflected with a top point, which matches up to be underneath or within each of these cinder cones, which I just think is really cool. And here is another piece of heart. I have to be careful not to fall here. Oh, some bombs. Oh, here's something else which is quite fun about our hammer. I love the gossip stones. So mysterious. And here's another little gossip stone hiding away. Now, I want to make one stop up here to chat with our friend. The biggest of the Gorons. My brother opened a new store in its Medigoron's Blade Store. However, I am better at making blades. Hylian carpenters praise me for my skills. I'm not lying. Oh, you're quite impressive. Now, I could probably take a faster route, but I want to stop by Goron City to see all that we have changed by defeating Volvagia. Because our friends are back! Thank you, Atlas. It's really uplifting to see immediately after we've tackled both the Forest Temple and the Fire Temple, real change in the world for the good. In the Forest Temple, we had the Deku Tree sprout. Thank you, Atlas. And we could see that the Kokiri Forest no longer had the infestation of Big Babas and Skulltulas. And then here, now the Gorons that we rescued from the Fire Temple proper have already all returned to the city. Actually, we don't need. We can just probably use those bomb flowers. I am one short. Or maybe two, actually. Oh no, am I close enough? I am. I just completed a small weapon. How about it? I'm buying this knife for 200 rubies. Giant's knife. Hold with both hands and use speed to attack. It's long. You can't use it with a shield. Now, this is the first time we've had a sword that's not the Master Sword. And it is quite impressive. But we did just chat with his brother who mentioned that this sword is not as durable. There's so many different ways we could get to Zora's River. I think, why don't we take a scenic route and go through the forest? Atlas, I wonder if he will come back. And we can see the cloud over Death Mountain has returned to its normal form. We're making small changes to the world that are gonna add up. But now we're back to Zora's River, where there's an Arctic wind is blowing from. And here is one of the magic green sprouts. In 7 years, it's grown into a really fun plant. But look at that, the sunny Zora's River, which before seemed really pretty fun and tranquil. There's snow falling. Ooh, I hear a spider, I think. Or maybe not, maybe just the sound of the falling water. And Zora's domain. Just devastating. When we were last here, it was a vibrant place, full of tranquility, all the Zoras just feeling like they lived kind of carefree, peaceful lives. And now everything under a thick ice sheet. shop's been frozen over. Just a shocking change. Aw, poor King Zora. Well, actually, let's make one quick stop. We did see a spider as we entered here. See if I cannot fall off the slippery ledge. We know Ganondorf has twisted the various environments we've seen so far. The Corkery Forest was overrun with nature gone wild. Dondigo's Cavern, we had an ancient dragon brought back from the dead, and Zora's domain frozen over. Just seems like another twist of how the natural order of nature, how it should be. And I think it's really summed up with here, where our friend, our wonderful fishy friend Jabu Jabba, is just missing. Like, where did the fish deity go? Ooh, just looks so cold. And I think also really threatening Hyrule proper. So I think in some ways the dangers of the forest seemed pretty relegated to the forest, while the ancient dragon Volvagia was within the fire temple, and Darunia was scared that if she was released she could burn the rest of the world. But the danger by disrupting the Zora's domain, I feel like, is more insidious. So the Zoras had a treaty with the King of Hyrule to protect this water source, which supplied huge portions of Hyrule. And we're seeing it here being frozen over. Ah! And it didn't even last through very far at all. So sad. We have the giant's knife is now broken. I'd hoped it would last slightly longer than that. A Freezard. Watch for its freezing breath. Destroy it completely before it revives. And this is why you have to avoid its breath. You can see gliding to the side is the ethereal variant. Oh, I missed that one. What a striking contrast from the Fire Temple. We see a ledge there that we can't reach. No obvious light sources. It's like the ice itself is illuminated. When in doubt and you see Nave turn green, play the ocarina. Oh, this is one of the... I sometimes call them fluffy fairies. They give you magic as well as health, but they can't be bottled. This cavern has such a strange feel. It's not quite tranquil, but it's also certainly not busy. I think the elegant chimes of the music add a really nice touch. There we go. We already see branching paths that we can't access because they're frozen over. I can hear a bird. Oh no, the bat got me. An ice keys. Destroy it before it flies into you. There we go. One down. There's two. Oh, come on now. There we go. Just gotta lead the shot. This blue fire, it doesn't seem natural. Maybe you can use it for something. Navi, you're always so helpful. Cool blue flame you can use. Blue fire in a bottle. Now we've seen several patches of this in red ice. We try all sorts of things to break it. And there's a dungeon map. So I have some theories about blue fire and the red ice. So this whole region feels as though Ganondorf has somehow tampered with it. But the red ice in particular seems even more unnatural than the rest of the surroundings. I suspect, especially with the red ice particularly covering King Zora, that was deliberately done by Ganondorf. It feels too targeted to be random. We'll see if I'm quick enough or if that, the ice blade is gonna get me. Ooh, just barely got out of the way. On friendly ceramics. Probably be better suited with the bow here. And there's a piece of heart. And another spider hiding. You can even see the ice regrowing after we shatter the spikes. As though the whole area would eventually be frozen completely solid through. They grow and then they just wait for someone to step a little too close. And there's another heart container. We're on heart number 11. That's a pretty nice hallmark. And here's the compass. So between the map and the compass, we can see all of Ice Cavern laid out before us on a single floor, and we've already touched most of the rooms within it. So I have a few theories about Ice Cavern. With its proximity to the Zoras, I feel like it might have something to do with purifying water or water itself. But it's strange because it doesn't feel like anything else connected to the Zoras, other than the fact that the Zoras do tend to use a lot of Zora's domain is all naturally shaped stone, with a few modifications. Ah, there's the spider. Now, so we can see barred doors and more silver rupees, so we can start by collecting all of those that we can. Ah, and we have Navi. Oh. Have to remember to pay attention to what the action icon says. And it looks like we just have 2 more silver shards to gather. The little layer of, like, the frosted fog. I imagine everything in here is coated with, like, rime frost. And there was the last one. But now we need to get to this door. So I think we're gonna have to reset this block. Oh, awfully close to the edge there. Or no, maybe it's this one. Yes, it is. I like how there's no stress in it, because if you rearrange the block to a place that's not where you want it, you can just push it off, and then it resets the ice over here, comes back. Oh, I can have one other tip though. Ah, bats. One thing that if you're having trouble navigating this room is you can start where you want the block to go and then work your way back for which pillars to empty as a target for. I find that sometimes easier than trying to map it out from the beginning because you have so many different choices. Frizzars are such an interesting enemy. They definitely don't feel natural. They don't necessarily also feel like something that Ganondorf would have just created out of cloth. And here we are. What a stunning location. The White Wolfo. Lure close to you and watch its movements carefully. Attack it when it drops its guard. You got the iron boots, so heavy you can't run, so heavy you can't float. We meet again, Atlas. If you came here to meet the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick ice sheet. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice, but she left to head for the water temple. This ice created by an evil curse, the monster in the water temple is the source of the curse. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. If you have courage enough to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Time passes, people move. Like a river's flow, it never ends. A childish mind will turn to noble ambition. Young love will become deep affection. The clear water surface reflects growth. Now listen to the serenade of water to reflect upon yourself. You have learned the Serenade of Water. Atlas, I will see you again. And just like that, Sheik is gone again. No questions answered. How did you know I would be here? So, time to try out our new fancy footwear. Though I'll take those off before I start to drown. And we've come full circle. This is the room that we first entered. Now, we could simply leave at this point, but I want to make another quick stop. We saw poor King Zora, and the shop in the Zora's domain had been frozen over, and I just can't leave him like that. That's too sad. The blue fire is so mysterious. The bats use it to freeze you, and yet you can use it to melt the red ice. So we know Ganondorf from Sheik's description froze over Zora's domain, but I kind of wonder if maybe Ice Cavern, part of the ice within Ice Cavern, is natural. The blue fire doesn't seem like something Ganondorf would create. But of course, Sheik left before I could ask any of these questions. Curiosity. Oh, so it looks like there's still one spider. I'll have to give this whole area a thorough... Oh, I know where it is. We have a Megaton hammer. Oh, but this is a gray stone. So we know that the Great Fairy Fountain's behind here, and there's this large stone here, seeming out of place, but it will have to remain a mystery for now. Hello, our friend! I do so enjoy the wandering scarecrows. Oh, I don't think I can quite reach him with this hook shot. Oh, there we go! So we can get a better view of this whole snowy area. And see a little bit of something in there, a little crevice. But the whole air is just completely clouded with the falling snow. It definitely feels dire. If this water source were to... a little bit of a surprise ruby there. If this water source were to freeze over entirely, that would dry up the river that would have fed Castletown, though it's in a state of terrible decay right now. But also the one that flows through most of Hyrule Field and all the way to Lake Hylia. Oh, I've come back to life. Was it you who saved me? Don't be nervous. It looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you won't choke underwater. No good deed goes unrepaid. You got a Zora's tunic. This diving suit is adult size, so it won't fit a kid. Wear it and you won't drown underwater. And look at that. Ah, I see. Princess Ruta went to the water temple. You say you want to buy a Zora tunic? That tunic is made of the finest material and is therefore exceedingly expensive. In fact, I'm afraid that a very rich family in Kakariko village can afford this fine garment. 300 rubies, which we could only hold because we've been able to return some of that very rich family back to human form. That was one of their gifts, was the larger wallet. Alright, now with that, I think we're ready to start the water temple. But I think that that's going to have to wait for our next chapter. I hope you enjoyed coming along for this journey, seeing the ice cavern, finding the iron boots, and rescuing at least 2 of the Zoras so far. And I hope I will see you in the next video. Have a good day now, y'all, and goodbye.